Yes, people, this is all Tingz Arsenal episode 17. So make sure you're liking, sharing, and subscribing to the propaganda machine. So on today's episode, we'll be looking at the Ballon d'Or nominees. An Arsenal player signs a new deal at the football club. We'll take a look at the previous friendly loss against Villareal, also today's game against Athletic Bilbao, and many, many more things. So, the first thing on the agenda, the Ballon d'Or nominees have been announced for both the men and the women's game. So, I'll get these up on the screen for you. So, the Gunners have 14 nominees across our men and women's game. And then we go down. We don't need to read everything here for you. So Declan Rice and Victor Gyökeres are the nominees. They've made the 30-player shortlist. So congratulations to them. Of course, Declan Rice, he got our player of the season last year. It's his second successive nomination for the Ballon d'Or. Of course, he's not going to get it, but just to be recognized, well done to Declan Rice. Well done. Our second player, Victor Gyökeres. Oh, sensational season. 54 goals and 13 assists. Sporting won the double, as well as he was the top goal scorer in the Nations League last year. So, this is a very, very dangerous player that Arsenal have signed. Very dangerous. So I'm very, very pleased for Declan Rice and Victor Gyökeres. It's great. And then it goes on to tell us all the nominees. You probably say the front runners for the nominations for the Ballon d'Or. It's probably like Rafinha, Dembele, Yamal, Salah. That's probably like the top five. I might be missing one more, but that's probably Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes. That has to be the top five. Surely. You got Vitinha, had a very good season, but really, I feel that's probably makes more sense. Then in our women's game, as we know, the women won the Champions League and also the Lionesses won the Euros. So we have 7 Gunners that have been nominated on the Ballon d'Or. I believe 6 Lionesses and Mariana Caldente, 9 goals, 5 assists in the WSL. She also got the WSL Player of the Season. That is despite Arsenal finishing second. She also got our Player of the Season, which is magnificent. 8 goals in the Champions League campaign. That's just sensational. She was 8th last year as well. So, yeah, man, she's definitely in with a shout. Definitely. She will probably be. I'll be surprised if 2 of our players are not in the top 3 this season for the Ballon d'Or. Alessio Russo, joint top goal scorer in the WSL, 12 goals. We also know she scored in the final. And I think she scored in the Champions League final as well, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, very, very promising for Alessia. She's probably my favourite to win this award. Leah Williamson, she picked up the Champions League as a captain and the Euros as a captain. So, if you're going to be high up on the list as well, she's got to be high up on the list. Chloe Kelly won the penalty. Well, her penalty won in the tournament. She was also nominated. I doubt she'll get it though, but It's always nice to be recognised. Frida Marnham, Emilia Fox. She also won a gold medal with um, USA at the Olympics. And you got Steph Hatley. So well done to our girls. Well done to our girls, man. And if I'm not mistaken, surely the young girl would have got. I don't know if the women do the young trophy, but surely because Achapong, Michelle Achapong, she won the young player of the tournament at the Euros, so surely she's in with a shout as well. Arsenal in with a shout for the Women's Club of the Year. I think they got a chance, but I don't know if they will get it, if I'm being honest. Because you've got Chelsea who won the WSL. I believe they won more than one tournament as well. They would have definitely won at least a double or a treble. You've got Barcelona who probably won a double or a treble as well. You've got Leon, probably won a double. Then Orlando Pride. Renee Slagers. I'd probably give her. She'd be my shout for her or Serena Wiegman. That might be a bit biased, but that will probably be my shout for manager of the year because when you actually think about look at it, you got a 78% win ratio with Arsenal. She came not halfway through the season, but she came in October. She didn't get a pre-season with the ladies, so yeah, she'd probably be my favorite. Serena Wiegman's won back-to-back Euros, so either one of them, I won't be disappointed. You've also got the Brazil manager, Nigeria manager, and the Chelsea manager, so we'll see. David Raya has also been nominated for the Yashim Award, which is for the best goalkeeper. That's his first time in his career. 13 clean sheets. Big up to him. So, as they saying, the winner of the Premier League Golden Glove for the second consecutive season, which he made 55 appearances, the most by a goalkeeper for us since David, David Seaman in 93, 94. Wow. Big up, big up, big up, man. Yeah, man. So, yeah. That will get it. It's probably Donnarumma's gonna get it. Let's be honest. Donnarumma will get it. We also got a nomination for the Women's Yashim Trophy. Daphne Van Domsala. She did come in to Arsenal and displaced Catherine Zinsberger. So, yeah, well done to her. And she was the goalie for 7 out of the 15 Champions League games named in the team of the tournament. She kept 14 out of 24 clean sheets last season. So, she got 10 in the WSL, only starting 15 games. But I doubt she will get it. I doubt she'll get it. You probably look at Hannah Hampton and Katrin Berger. But like I say, it's always nice to be recognized. Miles Lewis Skelly nominated for the Men's Copper Trophy. Well, not men, they're boys. These are little boys, man. Miles breakout year for Arsenal. Well done to Miles Lewis Skelly. Made his debut in September last year. He's an 18-year-old. Youngest player to start a Champions League fixture since 2011 in a 3-0 win against Monaco in December. He featured in 19 of our 21 remaining Premier League fixtures, scored his first goal in the famous game. I wouldn't say the famous game, but the memorable game where he done the Haaland celebration. He got his get back. I think he also got his first yellow card before he even made a Premier League appearance. So Miles Lewis Skelly, He's burst onto the scene, and it's good to just get recognition. He's not going to win it, but it's just once again very good to get the recognition. Made his debut for England, and he also scored against. He scored as well for England as well. I think he scored on his, was it debut? But yeah, big up to Miles Lewis Skelly. The nominees who I can see straight away, you got Dua, Yamal, and João Neves. Probably going to be Yamal, but I wouldn't be surprised if they give it to Dua, as Yamal has more chance of winning the Ballon d'Or. But yeah, I doubt he will. The Women's Copper Trophy, so I was right. Michelle Ajimang, yes. I think that's Ajipong, but yeah, Ajimang. She's been nominated. She spent last season on loan at Brighton. She scored 3 goals in 17 WSL appearances, which is actually crazy when you think about it. She only scored 3 goals, and I believe she must have scored at least 2 goals in the Euro. So that just goes to show people compete at different times, and sometimes people just rise for the big occasions, don't they? So that helped her break into the England squad. She scored on her debut against Belgium in April. Then she was selected for the tournament and netted crucial goals in the quarters and the semi-finals against Sweden and Italy. Helped us England into the final, and of course she was named the player of the tournament. So you got Linda Caicedo at Real Madrid, but she might get it. Then you got who's that weak team? Claudia Martinez and Vicky Lopez. So those are your nominees for Ballon d'Or this year. So hopefully we see an Arsenal player get something, some form of recognition. That would be very, very good. Whether it's our manager Rene Slagers, whether it's Alicia Russo, one of the Arsenal members definitely should be lifting something, probably from the well, definitely from the women's game anyway. Because there's no way you win the Euros in the Champions League and someone's not coming home with something. And then you got Mariana Caldente. She was also a finalist. So yeah, have actually scored in the final. She scored her and Russo. So you have to give some recognition to the Arsenal ladies. But no, we go on to the men, many men, many men. Wish death on Pepe. Yes, many men were booing Pepe for no reason in the last game, which to me was quite frankly embarrassing. If you're one of those fans, I've already gone and said it, I've gone on record. You're an embarrassment to Arsenal Football Club. Hang your head in shame. You don't know what it means to wear the Arsenal club shirt. You don't know what it means. You don't. You're just there. You just go to the stadium for vibes. Just booing anything that moves. You don't even know anything. Gen Z motherfuckers. Absolute shame. Disgraceful people. But, yeah. So, we lost 3-2 against Villareal. Victor Gyökeres, Madueke, Zubamendi, Norgard, Pepper, all made their Emirates, Mosquera as well, all made their Emirates debuts. And the standout of all of them was actually Christian Mosquera. He looks very, very comfortable on the ball, rapid. His recovery pace is rapid. So it seems like this was a sensational buy. Rams did say this is a very good player. And yeah, he's right. He is right. Christian Mosquera looks like he is going to play a lot of games for Arsenal because he played on the right back and then he played right centre back but he can also play left centre back as well. So I was very, very, very happy actually watching Christian Mosquera play. He's another positive. Him and Max Dowman, those are like positives that you can probably take from this tour. Yeah, Ethan didn't necessarily have his best game, but I'd say Dowman and Mosquera, very, very positive. Also, Norgard got his first goal. He looked he looked good, but at the same time, it seemed like because of his pace, he was just leaving gaps through the middle. We were very easy to bypass. So maybe he might just need to play in the double pivot. But I have no doubt that Norgard will play a significant role for Arsenal this season. He'll get a lot of minutes from the bench, see out games, because he very, very look a destroyer. Yeah, disrupts the play. So I liked what I saw. Plus, he's a set piece threat, got his goal. So well done, congratulations to Norgard. Zubimendi came on in that game, controlled things, controlled the tempo, great passing range, and also showed some recovery pace. So yeah, man, I was very, very pleased with what I saw. Obviously, Madueke didn't get much time. Gyökeres bedding in. The team need to play the balls in behind quicker. That's what I would say to that. But all in all, it is pre-season. I do lose my shit sometimes, but when I just after the dust is settled, I can like sit back and just relax and be like, you know what? It's pre-season, man. Don't get too ahead of yourself. Just calm yourself down. Calm down. But yeah, man. Another thing that I took from the game, Nicolas Pepe came back. Like I said, the fans were booing him. He got his goal. Couldn't have been more happy for a position player to score. I was pleased for him. He got his goal. Stunned the fans as well. And he had Mars Lewis Skelly on toast all game. It was kind of scary. Kivio was getting cooked. And the players were getting cooked by Pepe. So, yeah, man. Arteta, he needs to get the best out of his attacking players. Let players flourish. Because we're seeing Dowman. He hasn't been tampered with, should I say. Pause. But yeah, he hasn't been, what's the word, drilled, robotized by Arteta. So you're still seeing him play with that freedom. Even Ethan playing with that freedom. So long that continues, long may that continue. But now we look at today's game. So Fury, Havertz, and Trossard all missed the last game. That's the team news for this one, and they all seem like they will play a part. I don't believe there's any injury doubts in this game, so I think we're gonna have a full squad for this game. I haven't read anywhere that anyone is actually missing, that anyone's injured. So this will probably be the game where we get to see a strong lineup. And I would like to see a lineup strong as possible because we do have Manchester United a week on Sunday. 8 days until that game. So, with that being said, I need to see at least 9 starters start this game. Get at least 45 minutes together. So I have compiled a team I believe can do the job against Athletic Bilbao. So let me put it up for you on the screen. So here it is, people. We have David Raya in goal, Ben White right back, Saliba and Christian Mosquera. I know Kivio has got a lot of games at left centre back, but from what I saw, Christian Mosquera is, yeah, he just has a bit more. Kivio, he was at fault for that first goal when he tried to shield it on the goal line. that was quite frankly pathetic. So I'm playing Mosquera. We know Gabriel is back, but he looked off the pace, and I don't want to risk him getting injured. Let's slow him into the season. So this would in fact be my starting back line at Old Trafford. Timber at left back. So this would be, quite frankly, this would probably be my starting lineup. The whole team. This is my actual starting lineup. So we've got Zubimendi, Rice, and Odegaard. I'd probably like to see Matt Starman in that Odegaard position, but one day at a time. He's 15. Let the boy develop. Saka, Gyökeres, and Madueke. Martinelli, you run your race. So this is my starting lineup, what I would go with against Manchester United. People, let me know what you think. Let me know, comment below. Let me know what you think, if this is a good starting lineup, because I see this starting lineup being the best that we can do at the moment. Of course, Gabriel would probably slide into the left centre back position, but yeah, I think Ben White, we know that he's a more seasoned defender than Mars Lewis Skelly. And Timber, he looks more up to speed than Gabriel, so I'd put him in the lineup over Mars Lewis Skelly. And I wouldn't shift out Ben White because he's had a very good preseason so far. So, my score prediction now, we'll go into it. And also what I want to see the players, Zubimendi breaking the lines, getting that ball as quick as he can to Rice or Odegaard, or bypassing them and getting that ball in behind straight to Gyökeres. Saka, Madueke, a variation of crosses, low crosses if you're getting there, pullbacks, not just floated crosses into the box. Don't want to see the same. We know Victor Gyökeres' strength is not necessarily in the air with headers, but anything, if the keeper parries any crosses, he will be there. He will be there. So I need Arsenal to mix it up this game. Let's get the ball in behind to our striker quicker, sooner rather than later, because Victor Gyökeres was making great runs the last game and we was not finding him. So this game we need to find the Glock. My score prediction, we'll go with a 3-1. I think Gyökeres will get a goal. Gyökeres, Saka, and I'm gonna go with Max Stauman. I have a feeling this could be the game that we get Dalman's in his first goal. This could be the game we get Gyökeres getting his first goal. So, yeah, let me know, people, what you think. But now we do have some good news to share at Arsenal Football Club. Ethan Nwaneri has signed a new deal at Arsenal. I believe it is a 5-year contract. And Ethan, on the back of a breakout season, he made 37 appearances. It didn't actually feel like it, which is quite a lot of games. Quite a lot of games. Of course, a lot of them was from the bench. Scored 9 goals. 9 goals. So I don't know if he got any assists. He must have got some assists. But yeah, he kind of said it means everything to me. I'm so happy to have got it done. This is where I feel at home and I'm where I'm going to develop the best. I'm ready. I'm very excited. I see this as my first real season and part of the proper squad in the changing room. Oh yeah, because him and Miles, they couldn't actually train. Oh God, Max Stallman can't be in the changing room with the men as well. Just realised. But now he's going to be in the change room with Mars Lewis Skelly. Bloody hell, I almost forgot about that. And he's basically saying, I'm so excited for what I bring to the team and how I can help the team. I'm a versatile player. So I think I'm going to play anywhere across the front five. and I'm ready to do what the manager needs. You heard it here first. So we can play false nine on the right, on the left, right eight, left eight. This is what I love to hear from footballers. None of this. Oh, you only play on the right hand side. Well, that's what Staffy tried to say that to me the other day when I said I think Saka could move to the left and Dalman on the right. Why should players be stuck in one position? Why? Rafinha, Dembele, they do a job up front. All of the front three. All three areas in that front three. So, they're the front runners for the Ballon d'Or. My message to any aspiring young footballer, unless you're like a big number nine. If you're number nine, stay in the number nine. But if you're a wide player, be ready to play in all positions across the front three. Do not limit yourself. I can just play on the left, I can just play on the right. No. Be ready, because that will help develop your game. That will you come leaps and bounds when you play on both sides of the pitch. Trust me. Trust me. We're seeing it this year. The two favourites for the Ballon d'Or can play anywhere. So make sure you learn that, people. But yeah, so we know Ethan. He was the youngest player. He is the youngest player to ever play in the Premier League. 15 years and 181 days. I don't think Max is going to get the chance to break it because I believe 181 days is 6 months and his birthday is in December. So I'll leave the maths to you. Ethan had already made a name for himself early in his career, which we know about. We always heard about this young kid breaking through, just like Max, sorry. He bagged his first 2 goals against Bolton. Ah, what a game for him. What a game for him. He scored against Verona. Wow, Champions League goal and Manchester City in the Premier League. Ethan, our fifth joint highest goal scorer last season, which is actually crazy, but it just shows he has an eye for goal. He has an eye for goal. But yeah, man, he basically goes on to say more. He's had to adapt to the demands of the Premier League. So I think I've changed physically, but also mentally as well in terms of dealing with setbacks and injuries. He also said, I think I've definitely become stronger. I think I've become more direct over the past few years, and I've added more goals. So I'm excited for what will come next. So big up, man. Big up to Ethan. And I think actually wait, he also has one more message. This is for young players, I think, breaking through. He basically saying that be patient and have goals in your head. When you're at whole end, the next target is to get to the Sober Realty Training Center, which is, what was it called? Hayland? Hayland. And when, wait, no, that's not called Hayland. What do we call it? I can't remember. It's not Cobden. Whatever it's called anyway. London, Colney. Yeah. And when you're there, is to get into the under 21s, then the first thing was just to keep patient, keep working every day at your craft and have a long-term vision in the back of your head. Just be ready for what when it comes. It's a good pressure that academy players are going to be watching you, so you need to show them the right things. It means a lot. The young generation is looking up to me now because when I was their age, I was looking up to Haaland graduates and Arsenal players in general. Reece Nelson, Bukayo Saka, Smith Rowe, so many more. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, all these players I was looking up to when I was young. You don't compare, but you've shared something like a moment. They've been where you've been, and you are trying to get to where they are. So, man, Big up to Ethan. I'm so proud that he's actually signed his new deal. I'm very happy because it seemed like he weren't going to sign. And I was also saying maybe I'd look at potentially not signing a new deal, or if I was his parent, encouraging him not to. But I'm pleased on an Arsenal level, not necessarily on a football level. That remains to be seen if Arteta develops him fully to the best of his abilities. But we shall see. So well done to Ethan. Now, the last kind of thing we'll look at is Eberechi Eze. So we've seen a lot of stuff regarding Eze, a lot of things, mostly things that I would say are not positive, not very positive, I would say. So, Sammy McDowell of the BBC basically said, do I think Eberechi Eze to Arsenal will happen? As of today, I would say not happening. Where I think there may be leeway is if they can sell Leandro Trossard and maybe one other. Eze could arrive as a multi-faceted forward. So, people, what do you guys think of that? Because before I actually kick off and go a bit crazy, go a bit mad, I think I gotta give my thoughts on this in a more balanced way. Well, there's no way I could actually be balanced. It can't be balanced. How do I be balanced? How can someone be balanced when we're actually watching Martinelli performing like freaking, literally freaking performing? And yeah, I can't really look at this balance. This news is kind of very, very disappointing because all we've been told by journalists, all we've been kind of told is that Jose and one more, Jose and one more, Jose and one more, Jose and one more. So we've seen that Arsenal are aiming to swiftly move to secure Eze once the Victor Gyökeres deal is complete. Arsenal are Eze's top choice, and those close to the player are close. The deal will be done in the next few weeks. Arsenal's preference would be to sell a player before they move on to the Eze deal, but it's understood the signing is not contingent on that deal. There's also a possibility Reece Nelson could be included in any deal that is coming from Miguel Delaney. Then we have another. I won't call them frauds for now because there's still time. Arsenal are still considering the possibility of adding one more offensive player. Eberechi Eze remains a strong option. Arsenal also appreciate Xavi Simons, but Chelsea are really pushing on that one. Arsenal are not done in the market yet. Then again, Noni Madueke's possible arrival at Arsenal does not affect their interest in Eberechi Eze when signing a striker. We do have the striker. So, there's loads and loads and loads of Arsenal uh, talks about Eze. There was also another fraud. I don't know. I'll find it by the time I stream next. Somebody basically was going to say that, oh, Eze and Eliao, Lookman, or Rodrigo. That's what they're trying to tell us. That basically we're going to sign four forwards. Madueke, Gyökeres, Eze, and another left wing option. Even though I think most of us know Trossard will probably leave and Noni Madueke will probably play on the left. But what I need to know in my head, what I need to know Nobody, like, you've not seen no team interested in signing Noni Madueke. You've not seen one team interested in signing Noni Madueke. So why did we go for Noni Madueke first when we know Eberechi Eze had the release clause and we could have got him? If we don't get this Eberechi Eze deal done and we still pay somewhere in that release clause region, because bear in mind we still haven't made a bid. So if we don't get this Eze deal done, I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm just waiting. I am waiting because the season is fast approaching. Eze should be here. Eze should be on the bench for the Man United game, but it doesn't even look like that's gonna happen. Realistically, he should even be starting. People saying, oh, he's gonna be signed as to play in Odegaard's position or to play as a left eight. I'm not interested in all of this stuff. I couldn't care less. This is very, very bad from Arsenal Football Club what they're doing. Number one, why haven't we sold nobody? Like, what is going on? It's the 9th of August, and we've barely made a sale. The only sales we've made are Marquinhos and Nuno Tavares. Like, what is this still going on? So, you need to get rid of these players. I don't know what it is. Is it the wages? Are the wages too high? And now we're struggling to offload players. Because I don't know. I really don't know what's going on at Arsenal. So I'm actually gonna quit it for you, like, because I'm just like flabbergasted. I don't know what is going on here. So we take a look at this. So Arsenal have spent a total of 224 million euros this summer, with the likes of Zubimendi 70 million euros, Victor Gyökeres 65 million euros. I don't even know if this is added add-ons. Madueke 65 million euros. Mosquera 15 million euros. Bargain. Norgard 11 million euros. Pepper 5 million euros. Then, of course, those are all the players that arrived back from loans. Your Nunos, your Reece Nelson, your Fabio Vieira, Laconga, Paul Pine, Marquinhos. We know Marquinhos and Tavares are gone, but we still got Vieira, Nelson, Laconga, and I believe Carl Pine. Then look, as I said, Nuno Tavares, 5 million, Marquinhos free. We've only literally got 8 million euros out the door, and we bought 224. So the net spend of 216 million euros. I don't know how Bert is gonna do to get us money, but we need to bring in at least 100 million euros from these sales of Reece Nelson, Fabio Vieira, Trossard, Lukonga. We need at least 100 million euros for Bell. So, yeah, this is so bad from Arsenal. Party, obviously, we know when we let go, Penny let go, Jorginho let go, Tomiyasu ripped up the contract, Sterling and Neto went back to their clubs. So, yeah, man, I don't know what is going on, man, at Arsenal Football Club. Why can't we sell players? What did they say? We can't sell snow to the Eskimos. Is that what they're saying? Like, what is going on? Why can't we sell? We're seeing Chelsea sell this over. Chelsea can sell anything. You think this is it? Chelsea could sell snow to Eskimos. Like, they could sell anything. But here we are. They sold us Madrid. Here we are, Arsenal, literally struggling. Trivial might be for sale. Why can't we get 40 million? We can't even get 30. That's how bad it is. We can't get 30 million. You've got Zinchenko. What is he still doing here? Jesus, what is he doing here as well? He's injured. He's going to be harder to get rid of. So how many players is there? Jesus, Zinchenko, potentially Kivio, Martinelli, Trossard, Fabio Vieira, Lokonga. There's probably more that I'm missing out on. Like Arsenal, you need to fix up your act. There's at least 8 players that you could sell. And why are 5 or 6 of them not gone? They should already be gone. But for some reason, we just can't sell. Bruv. Yeah, man, this is gonna get frustrating for me, man. I don't really want to dwell on this, man. People, man, it's either watch along later if I don't go to the game, but I hope you like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. You can see I'm getting a bit too angry, so